Hello, Mrs. Vaz here, Senora Vaz, with your instructions for today. All right, so remember to report your attendance right here. Pause the video, fill the form. Thank you. As I mentioned in my welcome to the second term video, we're going to add a new element to our class plan. I was trying to figure out what to do, and I came up with just something simple. So we're going to start with this. So today's warm up, you're going to answer this question. ¿Qué día es hoy? Oh, how do I answer that question, Mrs. Bass? Well, that was what we saw last class. The last lesson, that's what it was about calendar, dates, and all that. So you just answer in a complete sentence. That's all you had to do. You just type it in the box, in the text center box that I put here below the assignment. Just type the answer there, submit, and that's it. So it wouldn't take you more than, I'm going to say no more than 5 minutes, but it should take you probably 1 or 2 minutes to answer that question. If you know what the answer is. You know, you probably have to go and look back and see what you need to use to answer that question. Okay, so we are heading to the end of our chapter, our first chapter, para empezar. And as I told you, it has 3 parts. So we saw the first part that was en la escuela, and we learned about different things in school. And then the second part was about en la clase, and we learned vocabulary related to the classroom. In this part, we're going to see about the weather. It's called el tiempo. Now, el tiempo, if you put it in the translator, it's going to say time. But it relates to weather too. So we're going to talk about the weather, and we're going to learn some weather expressions. So I'm going to put this video that I'm recording right here. And this is the audio that you're going to need for your activities. And here we are going to see how you're going to answer to your activities. So these are the activities you have. You have these 3. And then these other activities. This is the presentation, you have a song. And this is mostly what you see in the book. And here I have the book. Also, okay. So this is the third part. El tiempo. ¿Qué tiempo hace? That means, how's the weather like? ¿Qué tiempo hace? Hace sol, hace calor, hace frío, hace viento, llueve, nieva. So these are weather expressions. You see, this is when it's sunny. This is when it's hot, when it's cold. This one shows when it's windy, when it's raining, and when it's snowing. And then we have also the seasons, the 4 seasons. So we have spring, summer, autumn or fall, and winter. So those are mainly the words that we're going to use for this. And these are, okay. So these are your pages. And I copied this chart that you're going to need for one of your activities, the talking activities. So I'm going to put that there. You probably can open it in your, if you can open it in your book, that's excellent. But just in case, I made a screenshot of this, and I'm going to put it in the class plan so we don't have problems with that for one of the activities. So I would let you know which one it is when I'm explaining the activities. So these are the pages that we are working on, and these are the activities. So let's see what the first activity is about. The first activity is a talking activity. You are familiar with the talking activities, and then looking at this. Please pay attention to the example.
¿Qué tiempo hace en Miami en julio?
Hace sol.
So the person is asking, how's the weather like in June in Miami? And that's the example, see? Miami in July, in July. So then you're going to start with this. You have the city here and the month here. So for example, ¿qué tiempo hace en Denver en enero? So we know that in Denver in enero must be pretty cold. So we say hace frío. So the question is, ¿qué tiempo hace en Denver en enero? Hace frío. That's it. So that's your first, but you have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you're going to give me those 6. And you have hints here. You see, that's cold, it's windy, rainy, hot, and snows. Okay. Oh, and here's it's hot. And then you're gonna record it here. Okay, next one. Let's go to the next one. Our next activity is a writing activity, is asking questions about the weather. ¿Qué tiempo hace en la primavera? So, en la primavera, this is what I want you to answer. En la primavera hace, and then you put, hace sol, hace calor, hace viento, or you can say, en la primavera llueve. So, you need to pick one of the expressions. You're going to do, you have primavera, otoño, verano, invierno. So, you're going to have en el otoño, and you complete. Okay, so you have 4 sentences in this one. ¿En qué estación hace frío? Calor, sol, viento. So, ¿en qué estación hace frío? Hace frío en el invierno. Hace frío en el invierno. Ay, lo puse mal. Invierno. Hace frío en el invierno. ¿En qué estación hace calor? Hace calor en el verano. Hace sol en el verano. Hace viento en el otoño. ¿En qué estación llueve? Llueve en la primavera. Nieva, llueve, perdón, sorry. Nieva en el invierno. Okay? So that's what you have to do in that one. That's for a writing activity. If you have questions, you can contact me. This one. This is when you need your chart that I cut. You see? So you can find the temperature that you need. So it's like, ¿cuál es la temperatura en? And you find, you just find 6 different places. And then you answer the question. You ask and you answer the question. This is an optional, right? Because you have the temperature in Fahrenheit or you have the temperature in Celsius. Okay. So you record that. The next one. Just fill in the blank with one of the seasons. So you just need to know what it says here and then complete with this. Next one. The next one is about the B. You just need to put B or V. But it's telling you that it sounds the same in Spanish. So sometimes it's messing, no, most times it messes with your spelling. But since you already know some words, that's what you're going to do. Let's see the next one. Okay, so you are going to look at each group of months and seasons and write the missing information for the area which you live. So, los meses de diciembre, enero y febrero. What season is it here where we live in the United States? How's the weather like? Hace calor, hace frío, nieva, llueve, etc. Okay, so you fill in the blanks for that. You had 2 of those, one there, and this one. You just need to answer. ¿Qué tiempo? I'm asking you. ¿Qué tiempo hace en julio? And then you say, hace calor o hace sol. Okay? And the last one is an audio activity. So I put the audio there in the plan so you can answer these questions. You're going to put here the date of birth. So you listen. That's not it. Oh.
1. Soy Juan. Mi cumpleaños es el 20 de julio. Nieva en julio porque es invierno. Soy Juan. Mi cumpleaños.
So you're going to listen to the date of birth, their birthday, and then you write that here, and then you're going to write what season it is, what according to what they say. Okay? All right. So that's all the word you have for today. I hope As I told you, I need you to connect and stay connected during the class, and I will be able to help you with your questions. So please let me know if you have any questions. I see you around.